So I'm going to tell you a story on a phone call that I had today. And the customer was looking for a timing tool for his N54, and I tried to figure out what he was trying to do, and he explained to me, hey, I replaced the head gasket and I need to retime the engine. So gave him a price, and it was expensive. It's a Baum tool, and that is the only tool you should be using, because when you use those cheap tools you find on eBay or Amazon, you start the car, you have a problem. That's why. So anyway, point of this video is we got into a conversation, and I was asking some quick questions, well, what'd you deck off the head, what size head gasket, and he was a little unsure of what was going on with the work that he was doing, which he was doing himself, and I think he started this a couple years ago. He's now getting the car wrapped up. And so as the phone call progressed, and he got the price on the timing chain toolkit in order to lock a top dead center, and I explained to him not to use the pin, the locator that you put through the block. That's just to help that flywheel lock into top dead center. That is not to be used to actually lock that crankshaft if you're going to go and torque your cam bolts. You are not supposed to do that. You are supposed to remove the transmission from the block and actually lock the flywheel with the special tool. That pin will snap. Ask me how I know. And you'll be pulling the trans down anyway because it'll be down in the bell housing. So he asked me, hey, would you be able to assist me? Well, what do you mean? Would I be able to send you the car and you finish the work? And I said, respectfully, politely, I'm going to have to decline, because you're already halfway through a build and we didn't start it, right? So a lot of folks don't understand how deep this goes. We have there's only one machine shop that we use, but we took a bunch of measurements, and I was asking, how did you properly prep the block surface for the new gasket, and what would happen, right? And for all you shops out there that are just taking in work, or at least someone else's headache or another job that was started elsewhere, there's so many different variables that you can't control. And what's going to happen is that car's going to sit in your lift. You're going to make a bunch of phone calls because it's either problem after problem, delay after delay, parts you don't have, and then you put everything back together and it's not running right, and it's nothing you did wrong on the shop side. You got involved with a project that was started by someone else. So the way I like to look at it is that is someone else's headache, and I don't want that to be my headache, tie up my lift, tie up my actual time. And that's something a lot of shops don't really look into. They just say, yeah, drop it off, we'll look at it. And that's the wrong way. Unfortunately, respectfully, politely, we decline. Take it somewhere else or finish it yourself. So keep it in mind if you're a shop and someone calls to finish a project. Unless you're starting it, don't get involved.